my level, but I work with him to try and learn, as you have people walking with you to learn from what you are doing. So it is not just you walking with your guides. You have many other followers in the spirit world who are learning from your experiences in this world. Because you are a mentor, not just to those you speak to on the earth plane, but to those who walk with you, learning from your life, learning from what you do. Because we are all souls on a journey. Some are older souls than others. There is much wisdom out there to impart and to learn, because there are so many who are far more advanced than each and every one of you here. So you have to learn from them. You have to listen to them. But equally, there are more younger souls who follow each of you, who learn from you as you go on your journey. And everything you do is doing in trust and in harmony. I am also John. Many will have heard of me or know of me, but it matters not. All of you believe in and work with, sometimes, that great healer, the Master Yeshua, who is working with many in this group. We go through this life teaching and healing. We give thanks to all of you for the work you do. The Master himself said, I work with God, or the Great Spirit, if you wish to call it that. It doesn't matter. That great universal energy, the Creator, that great love that is behind all of creation and holds creation together and holds each and every one of us in his hands. But we all work with that. And the Master once said, everything I can do, you can do also. And he could change the elements. He could harden water so we could walk on it and change the mineral deposits of it. He could move between the spirit world and between the earth plane. He could raise himself to the angelic and help bring the angelic onto the earth plane. So each of them walk with us in clear sight of all who are in this world. Each of you are on a development pathway where you can do all of that and more. Each of you here are healers, consciously or unconsciously, but each and every one of you are healers. You bring inspiration, you bring reassurance, you bring upliftment to the bereaved, and you bring knowledge from the spirit world that will help this world go forward. You all have access to the ancient wisdom for all of those who walked the earth long before the Master Yeshua, because he had many incarnations and he has many sins. But that great knowledge is always there. Anyone on a spiritual pathway can tap in to that higher learning. You can tap in to the mind, if you wish to, of the Buddha, of the great masters of the East. All of them are there. You can link in with the energies of the ancient Sikh gurus, the Chinese, the Japanese. Wherever in this world there have been higher masters, even among the ones you call that live in the ice of the north, that live in the igloos, in the snow huts, they also have had great masters in the past. And all of them know the spiritual pathway. because the spiritual pathway has always been learnt through hardship. You know that in your own lives you have had many hurdles, sometimes many more hurdles than someone on a non-spiritual pathway will have. But everything is done working with you from the spirit world to progress your lives as quickly as possible. Because each of you may not have thought about it, but your journey of progression is for each of you in the future, maybe far in the future, maybe close, to achieve masterhood. Because all on the spiritual pathway have the target to achieve masterhood. And then, once you achieve masterhood, you can join with those brethren who help us in this circle, who stand around us to give us protection, who stand around us to give us energy and upliftment. Because that brotherhood are around here now. There are many, many, many of them in this building with you, giving protection, but also listening and bringing energy and bringing upliftment and encouragement. Each of you here has at least one of those masters now working with you when you are here in this circle, to bring you that extra tuition that you may need to help understand the words we are saying. So as you go forward in life, you are bringing light into this world. You have already said about doing your healing circles and sending out healing into this world. Yes, do that. You can do it individually, you can do it as a group. I work with this instrument in healing, as do many others, as you know. But each of you has many who work with you also, because they are helping you to bring the light into the world. Not just the physical healing, but mental health healing. Not just healing the issues with the body, but helping to heal the rifts within mankind that bring the wars. There is a time of peace coming. That has always been the purpose of the Master bringing light into the world. It is also the purpose of you bringing light into the world, because each of you do so. And as you do so, and as that light increases, we will bring peace and harmony. We will change this world into a spiritual world in the future, as it once was in the past. You know from the great masters of the past that this world was once a spiritual world that was more etheric, where those walking the earth had what you would now call mind over matter. They could move themselves by the power of the mind. They did not need motor vehicles to move. They could take themselves where they wanted to be. That world will come back, and you are part of creating the energy to do it. The world is going through darkness at this time, so the more light you can send out to suppress that darkness, the better. We in spirit are always working to bring light into this world as well. But there are those on the earth plane who can call on powers to block that white light that is brought to them from spirit. But it is far more difficult if that light is directed from human minds, because that light itself then has earthly energy, not just spiritual energy, so it can penetrate through the darkness that we cannot always succeed from spirit. So please, continue with your work. Trust in your guides and inspirers, and believe also that the higher masters, the great ones from the ancient times, are working with all of you, and they're helping with the angelic as well to try and bring that peace and that harmony around this world. Remember also